Part 1 and Part 2 of Crisis on Infinite Earths was good, really good. I mean, especially taking an adaptation from the comic book event and twisting it to make it work for their shows. Part 3, which was The Flash, Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3, just was not as good as the other two episodes, and I actually felt a little embarrassed for some of the acting and some of the things that happened. By the way, how many times is the CW going to use the power of love for bringing people back? I mean, I'm not definitely a bitter old cat lady with no children and no prospects of having them anytime soon that's angry that love would bring people back. Okay, so my audio is going to be really bad for a portion because I didn't realize my mic was over there, so I had to move it back, so it's gonna probably be like 5 minutes of shit. Good luck. So if you're not up to date, it's the 6th annual Arrowverse crossover, I believe, and they're basically just taking the Crisis on Infinite Earths comic book event and twisting it to fit their own characters and shows they have. So it's not exactly the same. They also have Paragons in the CW superhero show, so that's already different. It should continue on in January, I believe, with parts 4 and 5. I could be completely wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure this was going to be a break, winter break, and then they're going back to finish off the event. But out of the 3 parts we had, so the first part was on Supergirl, the second part was on Batwoman, even though they changed around Batwoman a little bit, and then part 3 was The Flash, and maybe it's because I still don't think Grant Gustin is a good Flash, which is probably blasphemy, because he has, I'm more than sure, a horde of women 25 and under that just absolutely fucking love him, and if you say anything negative, they'll come at you. I've had tangles with the show Arrow and those fans. It's not pretty. So maybe it's just because I don't know, he always kind of comes across as an asshole to me. His portrayal of Barry Allen, where Barry Allen's just supposed to be this super hopeful, light person. But maybe it's because the Flash CW started back when we were still doing dark, gritty superheroes, so we had to make it all more emotional. I don't know. The vibe, I really like Cisco. I really, really loved him. What I saw of him in this episode, if I did not know him from other seasons, I'd be like, this guy fucking sucks and he's a dick. Caitlin didn't really do anything Killer Frost. I mean, she's hot. There's something. I love that they couldn't just leave Oliver dead and they had to try to use a Lazarus pit to bring him back and then try to get his soul. He was in purgatory and they went all the way there and he's like, hey, now I got some other shit to do. Wait, you're saying I could help a bunch of souls and be here for eternity, or I can go back to the real world where I bleed and I get injured all the time and basically everyone around me is probably crying at least once per episode? Yeah, no, I'm okay staying here and helping people out. You guys can go back. Also, Lucifer cameo, pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Now I'm gonna shit talk a little bit more, and I'm really sorry for this. If you don't take anything I say personal, nothing I say takes away from your love of a show or a character. People's opinions should not fuck you up. Now, you should take other people's opinions and compare it to the information you have and the opinions you have, and then see if your opinion and feelings are the same. That's just what normal adults do. We are presented with different opinions and facts. We are supposed to entertain them, figure out how they fit into ours, and decide if we want to integrate it, or we're just like, nah, yeah, that's your opinion, that's your life, that's not mine. Okay, there we go. Just want to throw that out there. I don't like Earth 38's Lex Luthor. I think he fucking sucks. And the fact that poor Brandon Roth finally got to be Superman again, and then he's now gone so Lex can be there, and I'm more than sure I now have to see more of Lex in the next couple. Who greenlit this? which one of you fuckers told CW, we love this Lex Luthor? He's like a sassy high school girl. I can't take it. But I have to watch it because I like the comic book event, and I kind of like watching a train derailing and just killing everyone. Just everyone's going down. So yeah, I'm actually really pissed that we fucking kicked off Brandon Routh once more. That guy is such a good actor. He's such a sweetheart, and he looks more like Superman than other Supermans. God, look at those two, Tyler and Brandon, next to each other while suited up. The size difference. I know that my mic wasn't in the right place. But yeah, you don't think how big Brandon is. Like, you don't truly appreciate it until you see him next to Tyler. And you're just like, dude, that guy is huge. It's sometimes hard to tell on television. You know that thing where they're like, oh, it adds 10 pounds or whatever? I have had, on occasion, seen actresses on these shows, and then I'm like, oh yeah, they're thin, whatever. But then you meet them in real life, and they are so fucking tiny. It's crazy how you really can't tell sizes sometime until you see some people standing next to each other, and you're like, ooh, Tyler, God, you look like a midget compared to Brandon's Superman. Also, I was wondering, and I know I've said this in every single part, and I'm really sorry, if they were doing this as a way to reboot and have all their shows take place on one Earth instead of Earth 38, Earth 1, so on and so forth. Now with them erasing Earth 1, and then, by the way, oh, I'm sorry, this is just a little side thing, sorry. I loved how Supergirl Superman, Tyler, looked and kind of like nodded at Iris as they were being winked out of existence. I thought that was actually pretty cool. I love that Superman that's just very stoic and happy, and I think that's definitely what Tyler brings to Superman that I really like, is the fact that the dude looks like someone that's like always positive and there and just hopeful. And that's what you're supposed to get out of Superman. Where Supergirl typically has a little bit more rage going on. Which, if you know both of their origins, it makes sense why Supergirl would have a lot more hostility than Superman would. So I have no doubt that they're going to end up reconstructing an Earth. I mean, they've been talking about the Book of Destiny so fucking much, about how, oh, we can try and bring back Earth 38. It's gonna happen. They're going to bring it back, but maybe it's just they do one planet, which means a lot of people's parallel selves are going to not exist, and that's, I mean, a little fucked, but if they want to expand their shows, this is a really good way to do it. Though I don't think they've announced too many other shows. Black Lightning, that dude was awesome. It's kind of interesting to see an actor who maybe is a higher caliber than others, and seeing how he just fucking chews the scenery. So the actor for Black Lightning, I have not looked him up yet, is fantastic, and I'm very amazed by him and his acting so far and how they present his character. I think they are doing a great job with that. Hey, raise your hands if you thought Grant Gustin's Barry was going to be the one to die on Crisis Infinite Earths. Yeah, no one raised their hands. We all knew it was going to be another Barry Allen from another Earth. Okay, yeah. Fucker should have died.